The U.S. Department of Interior just put out a statement, and the statement basically says a proposed program is not a decision to issue specific leases or to authorize any drilling or development. This is from y'all's office. So it looks like you are on to shut everything down. Did you know you all put this out?
I am sorry. I am sitting in this hearing and not.
My God, somebody, this shuts it down. It shows what your intent is.
She will be the worst Interior Secretary, I think, in history. I told Senator Dan Sullivan not to vote for her, but he did. Anyway, joining me now is Scott Pruitt, somebody who knows better. Scott is former EPA commissioner, administrator, and he is now candidate for the U.S. Senate from the great state of Oklahoma. I mean, what Joe Manchin, who is heroic on this subject, they may be leasing a tiny sliver, but they ain't permitting. And my point here, and let you discourse, those permits are what counts. I don't care about the leasing hubbub.
The response, non-responsive. No response whatsoever. And Larry, I don't know why this is surprising to people. The President Biden, sent the signal in the campaign that a war on North American energy was going to occur. And it's happened. So leases offshore in Gulf, in Alaska, have been canceled. And more than that, what was talked about in the hearing, they're not going to commit to do so for 5 years. So
5 years. Wow.
That's the discussion that was in play in that hearing. So it's not only production now, it's production in the future. Again, not a surprise based upon what the president campaigned upon. And when you look at the access to market signals that are occurring, you know, the climate disclosure rules that are occurring out of the SEC that probably are not authorized by the statute. What does that send to capital markets with respect to investing in fossil fuels? I mean, this administration is doing the exact opposite of what they should do to actually make prices lower domestically for American consumers.
So that's an interesting point. I want to throw the SEC in there. It's now the Securities and Environmental Commission. Joe Biden gets up, gives a speech on inflation a week ago, whenever it was, and at the same time, within 24 or 48 hours, his Interior Department takes out the leases in Alaska and the Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico is amongst the cheapest oil, $30 break even, if I'm not mistaken. And they're using these metrics, Scott. I want to ask you, when you were EPA commissioner, indirect, direct, cumulative environmental impact could go back 100 years. None of this will ever pass muster. There'll never be any more drilling in our lifetime.
Look, if the world needs energy, and when America is producing that energy, it's cleaner than anywhere else in the world, and the world is freer. To the degree that we withdraw, Russia and China are what? Increased in authority and influence. And so when you look at this, it's not just the gas pump here in the U.S. reaching $6 in August. It's the geopolitical issues with Russia and China globally, with the United States not engaged. This administration, again, is doing it opposite for what they should be doing domestically, but also globally with respect to geopolitical issues.
I don't understand. Were you this stringent about indirect and direct and cumulative environment? I mean, really?
Look, I mean, you know this. We have technology. We have technology today, carbon capture and storage, CCS, that can be used in a way that provides us the ability to produce fossil fuels and do it in a way that's environmentally safe and sound. We do it. We've actually reduced our carbon footprint in this country since 2000 by better than any country in the world. You know, so at the same time that we're producing more energy, that we're serving the American people, Larry, we're doing it in a cleaner fashion.
Scott Pruitt, running for the Senate also, by the way. Thank you, Scott.